In this video, I'll be going through my step-by-step blueprint on how I make $450 in a day as a video editor. And the most important part is I don't have any clients. Let me break it down. So in here, I'll basically go through everything. But first, I just want to show that I know what I'm talking about and I have some kind of results. So here's my Shopify dashboard for yesterday. My sessions went down, but still I made $347. So around $350 from my own products. And then I also had an affiliate sale that I made right here for $150 and I got my $75 cut. And then lastly, I also got a new subscriber for my Patreon, which is $37 a month. So 75 plus 350 plus 37 is a little bit more than 450. I'll also reload it real quick so you guys don't think that I'm faking this shit. You can see my next payout as well, 5,300 crowns. And that's Swedish crowns, so I believe it's around like $550. I'm doing good for myself. But I also want to do a quick disclaimer that every day is not like this. You can see that it went up 278%. So that means that I only made $92 the day before. So it can shift pretty quickly, but that's just how it works. Now, who am I and how the fuck did I get here? My name is Ismail and I'm a 19-year-old video editor and I've been getting paid to edit music videos for the past 4 years. I actually started when I was 15 in 2020, but I don't think that I got paid until 2021. But that's not really what I do anymore since I say that I don't have any clients. So instead what I do is I create content around video editing and sell my digital products, as you saw on my Shopify dashboard. And I haven't even been doing this for a year. See, I graduated high school last year and I actually had no idea what I wanted to do. I was barely making any money from video editing. I did some music videos here and there, but they paid like $300 per video and I will make like 2 or 3 a month. So that wasn't really any life-changing money. And I didn't want to go to college, so I took a gap year basically. And I've basically just been locked in making content for the past year. And I didn't see results like this until recently. So if I go on my Shopify, I'll be showing my dashboard for basically my first month. So I'll go all the way back to August 2024 because that's when I started. And I'll check the whole month. And for the first month, I made $25. So the month where everyone goes back to college, where everyone goes basically back to work, I sat at home making content, making $25. And mind you, I was completely unemployed. I had no job. I did do some music videos here and there, but didn't pay me too much. And the next month, for September 2024, I'll check the full month and I made $0. Now you can see that I had 31 orders, but I did have some free products and that's basically why. But then right here, I got some sales from them and I got pissed off, so I deleted them. And for some reason, I just kept making content. And the main reason why I show off these numbers is because if you want to start, then you have to know what you're in for. Your first month can look like this and you're just going to have to stick through it. Or it could look the opposite way and you can have like 10K your first month, but you never know. And then for the next month, for October, I started making some money, but it was still completely blank right here for like the first 20 days. And then I started getting some sales and I was stoked. I was so happy to get these sales, even though I made $250 in 1 month. And you can see that I had 4,300 sessions on my store. And that's basically just because I had an IG reel go viral. It sits at like 500K views and it was a promotion video for one of my packs, but I got 0 sales from that promotion video. And I'll be going through that a little bit later and exactly why that happened. So you can see my conversion rate was 0.14, which is, if you don't know business, this is completely horrible. Now the next month for November, still unemployed, still had no job, and I made $400 for the whole month. And mind you, it's Black Friday here as well, so there's Black Friday sale. And I basically got no sales during that time period. And I made progress, but it wasn't any crazy progress. It was like $100, $200 more every single month until like maybe around May. That's when I started to make some real money off of this. Or not real money, but some okay money at least. And now I basically make what I used to struggle making in a month. I basically make that in a day. And in no way am I trying to be cocky because I know people make this amount in like 1 hour somewhere. So I know that I still got a huge journey in front of me. But let's start breaking it down. So to start off, what you need first is an offer, and my handwriting is horrible, so I'll just type it out like this: offer. And an offer is pretty obvious. It's what you offer the buyers. And for me, that was digital products, so low ticket products. And I had editing packs, which I would recommend that you price around 20 to like max $50. And these editing packs you can make yourself. Since I had been editing for so long, it wasn't hard for me. But the hardest part for me was the audience. because you need to have an audience to sell your editing packs to. And my audience was Instagram mainly because I didn't have YouTube, so Instagram plus YouTube, because I needed to start a new YouTube channel. And these two audiences are completely different. And for someone who's starting out, I recommend that you kind of skip Instagram for the beginning part and just focus on YouTube, because that's where you get the most sales from. And there are a lot of different reasons why, but Instagram is short form, YouTube is long form. That plays a huge part. And YouTube is also search engine optimized, so when you go on YouTube, you most likely search for something that you want. If you're on Instagram, then it most likely just pops up in front of you. And if you're looking for solutions, or if you're looking for, let's say, an editing tutorial, you most likely go on YouTube and search that up compared to Instagram. And if I go on Instagram real quick, here's the video that kind of went viral when I first started out last year in October. It sits at 580,000 views, 35k likes, 11k comments, and 13k saves. And every single comment is people that comments a word, and then my mini chatbot will send them to my editing products or my YouTube. And like you saw on my Shopify, I didn't get any sales from this video. And why this happened and why I think that you shouldn't focus on Instagram when you start off is because it's so much harder to target an audience on Instagram. See, I targeted a lot of editors since I had how many 11k comments in here, so that was 11,000 people that want my product. But if I check the stats, I don't think that I can do it on here. I've done it on my phone a bunch of times, but a huge part of those Instagram viewers were Indians. Now, I don't have anything against Indians, but that's not my target audience, and that's not who I'm trying to target with my videos. But if you do a video on YouTube, it's much easier to target, like if you want to target American audiences. For example, if you do an editing tutorial on how to edit like Ken Carson, or how to edit like Che, or someone who's large in America or Europe, you won't target any Indians of that video. And that's just how it works. So after you got your audience, if you're starting out, I would recommend that you start off on YouTube and just bump out as many tutorials as you can. And on YouTube, you're going to want to give out a lot of value. And you do that by just teaching people stuff and not gatekeeping anything. And in the long run, this is what's going to make you money. Because if you give out a lot of value, people are going to watch you. And if people watch you, they're going to want to check out your product or buy from you. And I didn't really know this until I actually had someone DM me, and he honestly told me, like, I've been watching so many of your tutorials on YouTube, you need to go and make a Patreon, because he felt like he had to pay me because of how much free value I've given him. And he literally told me this. So if you just log in on YouTube posts every other day or something and give out a lot of free value, people will watch you, and later on they will definitely buy from you. But now that you got your audience, you gotta monetize your product. And I did touch a little bit on that over here. Excuse me. But basically, to monetize your product, you need to show off your product and make people kind of intrigued and make them want to buy your product. So basically how I do that is I do editing tutorials. I teach people how to do things in After Effects. I teach them how to do effects. I teach them how to edit faster. I basically teach a lot of stuff. And then when I've taught them the free things, I've given out the free value. If they stick around towards like 3 minutes, I quickly show off my pack or my product, because people that are stuck around in my tutorial are the people that I want to sell to. So that's why I don't show it off in the beginning, because most people are probably going to click off if you do that. But if you show it off towards like the middle or towards the end, the people that watch are going to be the people that you want to target. So I do give out a lot of free value, but I also make sure to show off what I got. And one thing that I haven't touched on too much is promotion videos. And you can do these on YouTube. I do them every now and then, where I basically don't give out any free value. I just basically teach people how to use my own product. And you can do these videos like once a week, once a month, you choose. But these videos basically give out no free value. But the people that watch all of your other videos are definitely going to be more intrigued to buy. So I made it a little bit smaller, but it says core audience intrigued to buy. And that's basically how it goes. Now, there are a few different things that you need to know. I don't want to put you off, but this is just the basic truth. So basically, if you want to sell a product, you can't just sell anything. You need to have a good product. And that's kind of what I was struggling the most with in the beginning. I was trying to sell something, but I was overpricing my products, and it wasn't really the best product because I had just started out and it didn't really help too many people. But as you develop and kind of create more and more content, you'll kind of realize what people want and what people want to buy. So to be able to sell a product, you need to have something that helps people. And that's kind of the main thing. And if I show off my latest product real quick, this is the VFX kit, which is a plugin that I created. Here I got my promotion video. It's 150 effects inside of one editing plugin. and you just apply them with one click. As you can see in here, you can see previews of every single effect and you can favorite them, and then you just click on them to apply, just like that. And that definitely helps people. That's why I created it. It took a really long time to create and it was a pain in the ass. I was struggling for a couple months, but like you saw in my numbers, it definitely paid off because that's where I get most of my sales from now, because it's just a crazy product. And what makes it so crazy is that it helps people. So basically what you got to do is solve problems that you have, because that's what I did with the VFX kit. So I just made something that helps you save more time and also edit a lot better. And that's also why it sells. And the bigger the problem you solve, the more you can charge. So this product is priced at $77, and that's just because I think that's kind of the sweet spot for a plugin, because plugins usually just tend to help people a lot more than preset packs. And the last thing that I want to go through is that you have to create something that no one has created before. Now, you don't really need to think about this when you just started out, but this is mainly what I realized was the huge shift for me. So if this is you, this little character right here, if you have 150 followers and you go ahead and rip off a guy with 50,000 followers and has a lot more experience than you, if you go ahead and create the same preset pack that he got, or the same plugin that he got, or whatever you're going to sell, then you're basically gonna make no money. Because why would people go to you instead of this big guy right here, who most likely has a better product? He does probably charge a little bit more than you, but they will at least get the right results that they're looking for. So when you go ahead and create something original, something that just solves a problem that no one has solved before, or just create something unique, then your numbers won't really matter at all. Of course, you have to get your product out to everyone, but you'll at least make some more money if you do create something original. And that's basically what I'm trying to get at. So focus on problem solving, focus on creating something original. And that will be a little bit hard in the beginning, because it took me like a year just to get this guy to not be sad and just smile instead. This is me now, and I'm still trying to get to this guy because I'm not there yet. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new, or at least got some clarity of what you're trying to do. And I haven't made any content like this before. You can give me any sort of feedback. I won't take it to heart. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.